Real close unless you got some sort of fancy eyeballs, and you can see that this has a little bit less step in it than this does and this does, right? So by taking this out, we should be able to put it, we're going to guesstimate right about where the same amount of step is. If we do it too far forward up here, we're going to have to change the step. It's real fun. Wow, that's good, Bob. So it's real fun because it moves around a lot when it gets hot, you know. And I've done a leading class, and everybody asks, like, why don't you do a little bit more of that sort of thing? It's because it's really hard. That's like chasing cats around when you got 3 people trying to lead at one time, because everything moves so fast that it's really hard to pay attention. So as you can see, I've already got just a little bit of it, right? Now you don't want to get everything super melty like that, but you just clean it off and get it out of there. Right? But if it's not all melted out, well, that's a nice little spot. We're going to have a nice little step valley through here. But that's about right where we're going to want to get some of this stuff. So centers and all that sort of thing, right? So we want to do that. And it's also important that when we start doing, putting things back together, that we got one guy measuring and not 4, and that he's not like dyslexic or something. So we can't have that. You have to know your eighths and quarters. Like if you're a weed dealer or something like that a long time ago, that's preferable. You know? So, there we go. All right, and then usually what I do here, as far as a reference point on the A-pillars, this is kind of a bunged up sort of Mopar thing here, but yeah, I know. But what I want to do is I want to figure out the straightest part right here. And we're going to take, I'm going to go right on the edge of that. I'm going to go to about 11 and a half here. This is a guide. We're going to end up taking tape and laying it across and measuring and making sure that everything's even Stevens, right? So that's going to be your guys' job in the morning or whatever. We'll figure that out after a few things. So the other thing I'm going to do is see all these little crescent moons and some different things. I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of some of that stuff in the morning. If you've got little dents and dings and stuff, we'll mess with that a little bit. I don't know if there's other little dents and dings. Maybe we can put one in a fender or something.
Inch off.
Oh, make sure that they're the same?
Yeah, because if you start measuring with one and then the other one's a 1/4 inch off, your shit's all messed up and you're a 1/4 inch off. No, you gotta look at them both.
And then this is going to be this part of the line. All right? And then we stop right here because we're going right through that edge. All right? So what I want to do first, there's going to be an order of operations. The first primary step is going to be to remove the door top. So we're going to end up cutting it. Right here and right here, because I know that we're going to be taking this much out, but
That'll be just in case.
yeah, we're going to wait on this because we want to see about how much everything moves around, and I'm going to use it as part of my eyeballing thing. This out, you could even take this out when the door tops are removed and they're doing that stuff, then it's not flopping around, right? And so you can take this section out from here to there, right? And it's just going to be that whole chunk. So you got to take, what I do is take a Sawzall, cut it at this angle, bring it up and around, same deal, and then just take a Sawzall or a cutoff wheel and do that. You know, when we do some of these corners and some of that stuff, if you're more comfortable with a body saw, and Chris has a decent body saw, if we want to use that, we can. If not, cutoff wheel is fine. We might use an air cutoff wheel with a little bit smaller diameter just for around those corners, but that's it. So, and then again, we'll wait on this until we can figure out some of that other stuff. There you go. That's just fine. So. Eventually. So, yeah. So you guys know what we're doing. You guys can start cutting. Yay.
Watch out, bro. That was
There you go, George. One more shot.
yeah.
Convertible. That might have been the only way to make it versus than what we're going to do.
I want to get a little clamp for over here, and then we can move this up and down where we want it, right? So let's get a little clamp, and we're going to end up trimming. Somebody wants to hold this where it needs to be right here and right there. hole?
It needs welded again.
It needs welded again? Okay, that's fine, we got welders. So, but on this back edge, we'll see, I could maybe use that shrinker over there, and we might end up doing some shrinking and stuff. So, on that, I want to imagine the center of that again, and then kind of go down the center of this, and then figure out where that's gonna be, right? So obviously, this is where I'm gonna be hammering, and then I'm gonna be looking at this side when I'm English wheeling, right?